This is Pavlina from Pavlina's Kids Plays. I'm on the line with singer and songwriter Liana Conway. Hello.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm just sitting here with my little puppy and hanging out, talking to you.
Nice. What kind of dog do you have?
He's a little teacup poodle. He's like 3 pounds.
Oh my gosh. I love dogs. So
I was never a big animal person, and then I got a dog, and now I'm like a huge animal person.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
So, you started out songwriting at the age of 12. Do you remember, the first song you wrote?
I do, yeah. I had this little notebook. It was like a little strawberry shortcake notebook that I got at Claire's, and I used to write little songs. Probably not the first one. I don't remember the first one I wrote, but I have that notebook still, and it's just I look back at it, and it was when I first tried my hand at songwriting. So it was I was definitely a little younger and hadn't gone through as much, but it's so great to write everything down and still have those old songs, because I just can see how far I've come and what I was going through at the time. So it's really cool. But I do remember the first song I ever wrote on the guitar. It was called 4th of July, and it was about my first love. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, so what sort of music are you into?
I'm definitely a pop girl. I'm really into pop. I love all the top 40 stuff, for sure. And then, I grew up, my dad was really into, classic rock. So I grew up, listening to the old stuff too, listening to the Rolling Stones and the Grateful Dead and all that. So I definitely have a little bit of a kind of old school vibe to what I listen to. But I always joke that my iPod is the most eclectic mix of all different kinds of songs. I kind of have everything, and then I love listening to the old, or the Britney Spears and the Backstreet Boys that I used to listen to when I was little too.
Nice.
So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so your sound and style are pretty unique. How would you describe it?
I always describe my music as pop infused with jazz and blues. I have a little bit of a bluesy thing going on. I think that's kind of my influence from the older music, but I'm definitely pop.
Yeah, when I heard some of your music, that's what I thought too. So.
Really, yeah. That's what everybody says. They're like, it's a little bit jazzy, but it's definitely pop. So.
Yes. Okay. Good. So you've been doing a lot of radio touring. What exactly is that? And any interesting moments or cool people during these radio station tours?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing about touring is you just meet all kinds of people, and especially when you're on the go, and we stop at all different places. We meet cool little people in coffee shops along the way, and so I've really been going all over the country. Last fall we did a lot of radio touring, and we went to Virginia and New Mexico and Colorado, and I live in Tennessee, and we did some places in Tennessee. But yeah, I mean, it was the first time I've ever really done anything like this. This is my first album, so going in and going into these stations and just sitting there and meeting the people. I mean, people in radio are just so open and so cool, and they always have really awesome stories. One of the girls that we met was actually Waylon Jennings' tour manager, who was a big old country star, and so it was really neat talking to her, because she just had she'd seen everything, and she just had some cool stories. So it's awesome. I spent as much time as I did, as I spent performing and interviewing. I spent just as much time chatting with people about their life and what they do. So it was really interesting and very inspiring.
Yeah, so that's really good.
It's you, baby. I'm giving all my love to